Welcome back to my channel here at Trades2G. My name is Sammy. Today we're going to chart BULL, Bull, and ONDS. So if you like this sort of content, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and join the Discord. So we have some great news that just happened about an hour ago. And it seems that FINRA wants to go ahead and lower the regulatory, which is the minimum of $25,000 if you want to day trade. Now, I believe the standard, or at least they're trying to get it down to $10,000 the last time I was following this new segment. So this is great for Bull. Let's get straight into the charting. So Bull obviously was bouncing off this bottom trend line. I don't know if you guys can see this. And we had multiple touches here on the top and bottom trend line showing support and thus resistance. So you can argue it has been following a trend to the downside. But with news like this, I suspect tomorrow, at least coming back test this upper trend line and finally break above or touch the 1489. But touching that 489 is going to be very, very critical, because it is literally what is the wall that's been consolidating support and resistance for some time here. So this is something that I'm looking into if I'm going to trade here. I would love to see the breakout above this trend line, and hopefully that news catalyst will bring in new liquidity, and also getting above the 1489 will almost guaranteed to go ahead and touch 15. I do like what I see with Bull. It is risky at these highs where it's at right now. You are the trend line, a key resistance level from prior price action, and if we were to break below this trend line, well, they knew obviously it's going to come back down and respect the other near support area, which would be roughly around 1245. So a lot of catalysts that could potentially make this bull run bull, or make bull run into bull run. But at the same time, rejecting that trend line can potentially bring you back down to new lower lows around the 1240 range. So keep an eye on bull. The trend on bull hasn't left. It's still very bullish. I mean, if you turn on your monthly RSI, the RSI is still in the center line, above the center line. And look at your RSI on the weekly. It's literally hitting over the center line. I like the MACD. A little choppy, not a fan, but everything else is looking like it wants to start making potential moves to the upside. And bull, in terms of a macro trend, it's still very bullish. It's still very bullish. I am not worried about bull in terms of short term. Long term, it is great. We also have the Clarity Act down the road, which is going to be hopefully signed by November, December, and now potentially the new dating rule, the new day trading rule from 25,000 down to 10,000. That is super bullish for bull. So keep your eyes on bull. This is pretty fair, easy chart. We got to break above this upper trend line and break above the 1489 so we can finally hit the $15 zone and hopefully consolidate in those new higher highs. But everything else in terms of the daily looking splendid. So hopefully we continue this momentum and we stay positive. Next one is ONDS. Last but not least, this is a fairly quick TA on ONDS. Listen, I am eyeing ONDS. But looks like with this bearish potential momentum that we have on the overall fundamentals, the macro fundamentals, listen, ONDS is a ticker I am really, really interested in terms of placing or finding opportunity. Why? Because if you notice this trend here on the daily, look at the trend on ONDS. Up, 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 up only. Now, another thing I want you to know in terms of the bear thesis here, we are printing multiple bearish divergence on the daily on top of that. So I know the opportunity will eventually present itself, but we are printing multiple bearish daily divergences on ONDS. But once we find that opportunity to get an entry on ONDS, well, the first place I'm looking at for an entry is where is key support, where has been a key support bounce. All right, well, obviously you got the 5 EMA, right? Look at this 5 EMA acting as support. Look at the daily candles right there acting as support. If you break below the 5 EMA, the next one is 10 EMA. The last time was back in 2020. August of 2025, this 10 EMA. I would love for this thing to come back down and touch that 20 EMA, but the way she is, in terms of how she trades, I want to say hopefully we get the opportunity. More than likely we don't, but anything can happen, right? If you look at what's printing on the 3-day candle on the impulse, we still have 23 hours left to print this 3-day time frame candle. That's a shooting star. Okay, you have a nice wick. body candle right under that, that is a shooting star. So pay attention to this. This might be the reversal we're looking for, but other than that, we are printing multiple bearish divergences on the daily. And if we were to find the support bounce on this thing, the support bounce on the 3-day time frame is that 5 EMA. Okay, 5 EMA. On the daily, you almost touched it. You almost touched it on the daily. But I like, obviously, higher time frame adds what? Validity. So keep an eye on ONDS. It's still a hot stock. I want to get in on this ticker so bad, but I just can't buy at these highs, and thus we're going to be patient, okay? If the market does not sell off, fine. Just pay attention to the 5 EMA. If the market does sell off, look at the 5, wait for the test, then find hopefully a bounce on the 10 EMA, wait for the test, and make sure you find confluence such as bullish divergences, candle structures. These are things you need to look for, especially when a ticker like this, because any opportunity the dip happens on ONDS, this thing is moving to the upside. And let me go ahead and draw some Fibonacci extension levels, see where potential exits are on this ticker. Let's do this on a 3 time. You guys are seeing this live. So here we are. Here we are. Excuse me. Sorry, folks. So here we are. We drew some Fibonacci extensions here. And these are the layers I'm looking for to the upside. So pay close attention to that. Love what I see here on ONDS. Let's see if we can continue the momentum. Let's stay focused. And one last thing. I love the confluence drawing the Fibonacci extension because this also aligns with the macro 886. So I know that it's more or less perfect, okay? Near perfect. So thank you so much for tuning in. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and join the Discord, folks. Thank you so much. Cheers.